I'm Deuce Franklin, and you're watching Kappa League TV. Yo.
Kappa League TV.
What's happening, Nupes? So glad to be with you on This Week in Kappa League TV.
My name is Hunter Goins from Decatur Kappa League, and you're watching Kappa League TV.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Luke Williams.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Joshua Hardy.
You're watching Kappa League TV.
You're watching Kappa League TV.
Well, hello there, Nupes, parents, and Kappa Leaguers. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. Now we're guys, we know what we're doing right now. We're eating turkey, we're watching football. So this week we want to bring you a very special NFL episode where we introduce to you Deuce Vaughn, Kappa man on the Dallas Cowboys, in a special episode of This Week in Kappa League TV.
2nd and 10, going with the screen. It's Vaughn, and Deuce able to somersault for a first down.
And everyone knows about Deuce. He's got some electricity in him, and you see right there that burst. The Deuce is loose.
Yeah, he's bringing some juice. Look at this.
Oh, must have had. You know the story on him.
He's got ties to the Cowboy scouting department.
Father's in the scouting department, and he was crying the day he was drafted. What a great moment for the dad, and to make the football team on top of it, and then to get playing time, and then to show that ability.
Rookie out of Kansas State gets the call again. Talk about Deuce on the loose. He's to the 13.
And we've got a very special interview. We are so happy to be interviewing Kappa brother from Beta Side chapter, made in 2022, and now new member of the Dallas Cowboys, Deuce Vaughn. Deuce, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Nupe. I appreciate you having me on today.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, how are things on the yard?
Doing good. Doing well, man. Back in Kansas State. Man, my man Phil, Leonard, they're holding the fort down for me while I'm out here in Dallas. They're doing well. Their achievement, they are doing it every single field of human endeavor. Leonard graduating, Phil graduating this past fall, and just finished up spring ball with Kansas State football team, and they're doing great. It's so good to see them doing and excelling, and I'm down here doing my thing as well.
So while you were doing football, I understand you were also the pole marker of your chapter. Is that true?
Correct. Yes, sir. That was super big for myself, and having Phil with me right there as a vice pole mark helped me out throughout that time this past year was huge, and to be able to have that title and to be able to represent Beta Psi was really cool for myself, and I took it with a whole bunch of pride.
All right, so for the noobs who don't know yet who Deuce Vaughn is, let me give you a little background. Deuce ended his career ranked first amongst active Big 12 players in all-purpose yards with 5,029 yards. Second in career rushing yards per game and scoring per game. Eighth in total offense per game. Nupe, you set the tone in the Big 12. We are so proud of you, and you just got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations.
Man, thank you so much. I can't even put it into words how thankful I am for not only y'all, but everybody in my corner.
Now, I understand that on draft night, your dad, who was also a Nupe, that you and he had a moment on draft night. Tell us how that was.
We did. My dad has been a scout for the Cowboys for about 6 years now, and I had actually called him about 15 minutes before the Cowboys had given me the call, and was kind of telling him about my process and what was kind of going on my end down in Austin. He was up in Dallas in the war room, and it's crazy. 15 minutes later, Jerry Jones looked at him and said, "Would you like to call your son and let him know that we're going to draft him to the Dallas Cowboys?" So he hopped on the phone and was able to call me, and it was an unreal feeling. It was a surreal moment to hear his voice on the other side of the phone. Because this is the guy that's been in my corner since I started playing football. He's been someone that's been my rock and an ear to listen to. So to have him tell me that my dream was coming true was just an unbelievable and amazing moment. And it's one I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
Well, now, you kind of grew up at the stadium. I mean, if your dad is scouting for 6 years, that means he was scouting when you were in high school. So you've been going back and forth to the stadium for years. What does that feel like to walk in there now and be a Dallas Cowboy?
It's crazy, man. I walked into the facility for the first time as a player this past Thursday, and man, it's unreal because the last time that I was in there, it was as a fan. It was as somebody that was coming in there with my dad being inside the business, but now as a player to be able to represent that star and the legacy that the Dallas Cowboys bring, and to be able to have my own locker inside the locker room, to be able to give it this rookie class and get my own iPad, get the playbook and things like that, and it all just felt so real.
Wow, that's great. Now, you're at your mini camp. This is your first professional mini camp. You've been to camp before, but a professional mini camp. What's the biggest challenge?
I'd say for myself is diving into that playbook. It's a very intricate, a lot of things have to go exactly as playing on that football field. You have to be a well-oiled machine as an offense with 11 guys out there all working together. So get inside the playbook and learning an entirely new system is the biggest thing, because, I mean, I've been at Kansas State for the past 3 years, so I was able to get that system down. But now it's time to learn a new one. And it's an exciting time as a football player is learning a new system. And it's one that you have your coaches, you have your teammates in your corner to help you out with. But I'm super excited to keep learning it.
Well, it's really interesting because a lot of the greatest athletes in American history were Kappa men. When you're talking about Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain and Arthur Ashe and Gale Sayers. And so you're standing on the shoulders of those kind of giants. And it takes a lot of hard work to be able to get to that place, to have those kind of accomplishments. But if you have that kind of work, you're also going to have a lot of disappointments. So how did you motivate yourself to keep going when times got tough?
Absolutely. The biggest thing, I call that adversity. I faced a lot of adversity throughout my time playing this sport, and a lot of accomplishments come with that adversity, but you're going to fail before you can succeed, and it's just going to happen. That's life, and the way that you bounce back from it is going to be able to kind of tell people the type of person that you are, what type of perseverance you have. And for myself, I understood that I love this game, and I love what it has not only done for me, but what it has taught me. What the safe haven has become for me. So throughout the disappointment, whenever maybe I didn't have a good game, maybe I was struggling in the classroom, I understood that I have to keep pushing forward because my goals, what I want to do in life, is going to be on the other side of hard. And when times got tough, I understood that everything that I wanted to do was out in front of me. I had to keep pushing forward.
Well, that's really interesting that you should talk about goals. And all of the good parts of the accomplishment are on the other side of hard, the other side of hard. So what can you tell our Kappa Leaguers about setting goals and being able to push through adversity to accomplish them?
Right. For myself, I'm very big on setting goals. I've been setting goals since I was in middle school. And for myself, just having that tangible objective, being able to write it down and see it, be able to see I want to play in the NFL. It brings a different type of weight whenever you wake up in the morning and your feet hit the ground and you understand that I have that goal. I wrote it down. Like, this is what I need to do today to be able to achieve that goal in years from now. And that's the thing about goals is they can be short-term, they can be long-term. Those long-term goals are going to take days stacked on top of days to accomplish. And for myself, like you said, that helps with the adversity as well. You face some adversity, you understand I have this long-term goal of playing in the NFL or being an engineer or being computer science, being a doctor. And it can be in any type of realm, but you have that goal, so you understand that this adversity may be hard right now, but I have this long-term goal, and I'm going to keep working to get to it.
So let me get this right. You have short-term goals and long-term goals. What do I need to accomplish today? And how do those accomplishments day over day help me to reach my long-term goals? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. They all string together. Like I said, stacking days on top of days. If you wake up with a weekly goal, and by the end of the week, I want to have this done. before you know it, you stack weeks on top of weeks, and it'll be a year from now, and that long-term goal has been accomplished because you stack those weeks together, you stack those days together, and you kept yourself in line. And it's one of those things that helps with the process of things. And, a lot of people are result-based, but being a process-driven person will take you a long, long way.
So, Nupe, listen, you have been the smallest guy on the field in high school, and you killed it there. And then you were the smallest guy on the field in college, and you killed it there. I know you had a bunch of doubters. Do you have anything you want to say to them?
Yes, sir. So for myself, I've always been the smallest player in the field. That's always come with doubters. I mean, even going into college after my freshman year, even in high school, there was always those couple of people that were saying, well, his height's gonna catch up to him. And I've always just put in the work, and I've always prepared to be successful. And like I said, I was a process-driven guy. So the one thing I'll say to my doubters is watch me work. Watch me go and do this. Watch me go and accomplish my dream, accomplish my goals. So that's why I got to tell them is watch me work.
Well, if you don't mind, I think Kappa League might have to steal that phrase and put it on a T-shirt. Watch me work.
I love it. Hey, I love it.
So listen, Deuce, a lot of our young men and probably some of the other Nupes are going to want to follow you on social media. Do you have a social media handle that you can share with us?
Yes, sir. Both Instagram and Twitter, C_Vaughn, VAUGHN 22. So C_Vaughn 22.
C_Vaughn 22. So glad to have you with us, Nupe. And best of everything. We know you're going to come out of this camp doing really well. I think that the Cowboys could use a great new dynamic punt returner and kick returner that could get out there and score over a touchdown a game. If you could bring that to the pros like you did in college, brother, there's a whole lot of folks in Dallas going to be real happy.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you so much, Deuce. And yo from the bond.
Yo.
This is Brandon Jones, author of the award-winning College Readiness 101 Workbook Series, here with the top 10 college readiness tips for Kappa Leaguers. We are on to tip number 3, increase your profile attractiveness. So now that you know what you look like on paper, it's time to make sure that you are a highly sought-after student. The best way to do that is to create a brag sheet. This is where you can centralize anything about you that's noteworthy. Your grades, awards, any recognitions that you received. This is where you want to put this for your college applications and scholarship applications. So what does your grade say about you, and how can you play a better role in making sure that you are attractive? So are you playing a leadership role? Are you the captain of your team? Are you in band? Are you first or second chair? If you work, are you some type of team lead or manager or supervisor? We want to make sure that you're playing those roles. Are you involved in meaningful community service activities? If you're in Kappa League, you should be. So we want to make sure that you are able to keep those things centralized as well. And any test scores or anything that's above and beyond, we want to make sure we centralize that for when you apply for colleges and when you apply for your scholarships, so that you can have this information readily available to you. It's important that you increase your profile attractiveness by understanding where you are and how can you make things look better for those who are going to be making decisions about your admissions and or about giving you money through scholarships. So tip number 3, increase your profile attractiveness.
What is up, guys? We're the Stock Up Kids.
This is my brother Collie.
And this is my sister Spirit. And you are watching Kappa League TV.
Today, we're going to be talking about how to manage your money during the holiday season.
We know we have made a few videos for everyone to understand budgeting, but now we're going to incorporate it into real life scenarios.
Before the upcoming season, you want to prepare a budget.
When it comes to the holidays, it would be nice to spend money on as many gifts as you want, but that won't benefit you in the future.
You want to make sure you're budgeting prior to all the holiday festives, so you're comfortable enough with your money and you're able to get gifts.
Don't blow all your money on one big gift. It won't be positive in the end.
You then want to track where you're spending your money and what you're spending it on. And a way you could do this is by saving all your receipts and looking over them at the end of the week or before you buy something big.
You have to make sure you're spending your money wisely.
Make sure you follow our Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube, which are all Stock Up Kids.
There's 4 types of people in the world. Those who watch the game, those who play the game, those who don't know the game is being played, and last but not least, those who change the game. Game changer. I'm a game changer. Yeah. I ain't come to play the game, I came to change the game. The difference between you and I, we don't think the same. Every day I chase the purpose, I don't chase the fame. The reason we ain't the same, Mr. Hodge ain't your name. I ain't come to play the game, I came to change the game. The difference between you and I, we don't think the same. Every day I chase the purpose, I don't chase the fame. The reason we ain't the same, Mr. Hodge ain't your name.